Hello everyone, welcome back to TriTheStudy YouTube channel. In today's video, let me show you how to perform paired samples t-test, or sometimes we call it dependent samples t-test in SPSS. A paired sample t-test is a statistical test used to determine whether there is a significant difference between the mean of two related groups. It is also known as a dependent samples t-test or paired t-test. This test is typically used when you have two sets of measurements taken from the same group of individuals or objects under different conditions or at different points in time. For example, you might measure the blood pressure of a group patients before and after they undergo a particular treatment, or you might measure the performance of the same group student on a test before and after they receive a certain interventions. The paired samples t-test is appropriate when the following assumptions are met. First, normality. The differences between the paired observations should be approximately normally distributed. Second, independence. The paired observations should be independent of each other. Third, homogeneity of variances. The variability within each group of paired observations should be approximately equal. To conduct the paired samples t-test, first, let's formulate the hypothesis. The null hypothesis is the mean difference between the first condition and the second condition is 0. The alternative hypothesis is the mean difference between the first condition and the second condition is not 0, which means there is a significant difference. Second, determine the significance level. Usually, we use 5% or 0.05. Third, calculate the significant value based on the formula. I won't dive into the manual formula here because we will use SPSS to calculate it, so let's just skip it. And 4, draw conclusion. If the p-value is less than the chosen significance level, for example 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. We can conclude that there is a significant difference between the means of the paired observations. If the p-value is greater than the chosen significance level, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. We can conclude that there is not enough evidence to prove that there is a significant difference between the means of the paired observations. And in this case, let's do an exercise. Let's consider an example where we want to assess whether a new medication reduces the blood pressure of a group of patients. We have data from 15 patients, each of whom had their blood pressure measured before and after taking their medication for a month. Here is the data before and after taking the medication. We have 15 recorded, and let's do the paired samples t-test here. Go to Analyze, Compare Means and Proportions, and then select Paired Samples t-test. A dialog box will appear on your screen at the left side. You see the whole variables that you have at your worksheet, and then click the variable that we want to transfer to the paired variables field, and then click the arrow button. The variable 1 must be the precondition that we have, and the variable 2 is the post condition for the variable. Click the after medication or after variable and transfer it to the variable 2. You can also do more than one test in this case if you have more than two variables. And then click options to set the confidence interval percentage. I'll just leave it for 95%, so the alpha or the significance level is 5% or 0.05. And uncheck the estimate effect sizes because we don't need in this calculation, and then click OK. Great. Now we have three tables at the output window based on our calculation. The first one is the summary statistics, the second table is the correlations value, and the third table, this is what we need for the paired samples t-test results. Let's interpret it one by one. You see at the paired sample statistics table, the blood pressure before medications, the mean is 138.27 for 15 patients. The standard deviation is 8.787 and the standard error is 2.269. And after the medication, the blood pressure is 130.80. The standard deviation is 9.059 and the standard error is 2.336. In general, we see that the mean of the blood pressure decreased from 138.27 before medication to 130 0.80 after medication. At the second table, you see the correlation output. The correlation coefficient between the blood pressure measurements before and after medication is 0.978. This indicates a very strong positive correlation between the two sets of measurements. The significance column, or we can also call it p-value, associated with the correlation coefficient are both less than 0.001, indicating a highly significant correlation. At the third table, we have paired samples test. This is a table that contains the result of the paired samples test that we performed before. At the mean column, this is the average or the mean of all the paired differences. In our example, the mean difference is 7.467, indicating that on average, the blood pressure decreased by approximately 7.467 after taking the medication. The standard deviation column represents the standard deviation of the paired differences. It gives us a measure of the variability in the difference between the pre-medication and post-medication measurements. In this example, the standard deviation is 1.885. The standard error indicates the precision of the estimated mean difference. In this case, the standard error of the mean difference is 0.487. 95 confidence interval of the difference provides a range within which we are 95% confident that the true mean difference lies. In this case, the 95% confidence interval for the mean difference is from 6.423 to 8.510. The t is the calculated t-statistic, which measures the size of the difference relative to the variability in the data. In this case, the t-value is 15.343. df represents the degree of freedom associated with the t-statistic. For these cases, the degrees of freedom is 14. At the last column, we have the significance value. This is where we get the interpretation and also the conclusions based on the paired samples t-test that we perform. For one-sided t-test, the p-value is less than 0.001. Remember, our significance level or our alpha is 0.05 or 5%. It means that the p-value is less than the alpha, which means we have successfully rejected the null hypothesis. It can be concluded that there is a significant difference in the mean value of blood pressure of the patients between before and after medication. For two-sided tests, the p-value is also less than 0.001. Because the significance value is 5% of 0.05, the p-value is also less than the significance value. We can also conclude that we have successfully rejected the null hypothesis. Here, we can see that there is a significant difference of the mean value of the blood pressure between before medication and after medication for the patients. That's it. Hope this video will be useful. See you in another video.